Hello everybody, my name is Kazu, nice to meet you. This is part of my 365-day daily challenge speaking English for 30 minutes straight using TOEFL questions. No script, just spontaneous answers, just like the real exam. Let's get started. I don't know why, but I can't sign in to my Microsoft account. So, but anyway, just ignore it. Ignore the error message. Today is day 200 to what? I think 241, but yeah, just wait a minute. So I need my smartphone to sign in to my Microsoft account. How do you say 二段階認証 in English? Two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication, yeah. So I have an authorization app in my smartphone, so but I tend to leave my smartphone in a different room to to get ready for sleep. This is not good for like seeing digital display before you sleep. So that's why I try to avoid seeing digital displays. Anyway, this is really annoying. Like recently, like I have to try to sign in over and over again. Maybe because I changed my password, or like I actually allowed Claude to use my Microsoft account at that time, and maybe closed tried to sign in so many times, so maybe the system misunderstood my account was being hacked. So that's why, there's something wrong with this sign-in system, I guess. Wait a minute. I really am. So I just want to try again to log in my Microsoft account. So wait a minute. I don't know why, but there are two accounts for my one email. Like one is for work, the other one is for private. I don't know why that could happen, but maybe that made this system confused, I guess. And each time I have to, use authentication app. This is really annoying. Anyway, today was the first day. I actually returned to university. Today I returned to my former university because I dropped out halfway through. I dropped out that university halfway through, but I re-enrolled that university to finish my degree. So today was the first day of my of how can I say, this is the first day. This is the first day of the return. 復学初日 How can I say? This is the first day of the re-enrolled day. Re-enrolled. I don't know. There's something wrong with the program. There's something wrong with Microsoft account. Fuck. So I can't use the word anyway. Yeah, just ignore it. I actually wanted to review the last challenge, but I can't do that today. So this was the first day of my returning day. I'm really being irritated. I am really frustrated. I just want to try logging in. I just want to try to logging in my Microsoft account again. I just want to log in. I just want to log in to my Microsoft account. I don't know why, but there are two accounts associated with. But there are two accounts associated with my associated with what is this? I hate this. This is really annoying. This is really fucking annoying. This is really fucking annoying. I want to talk about today. I really want to talk about today. Anyway, yeah, like, you know, this is my bad habit. Like, once I, you know, once I start doing something, I can't leave it until I finish it. There are two accounts associated. There are two accounts. So yeah, like usually you cannot associate with you cannot associate two accounts with one email, just for, you know, one email, one account with one email. You, like, usually you cannot associate your account with only one email. But I don't know why, but there are two accounts associated with my one email address. One is for work, the other one is personal. The other one is one is for work, and the other, what is this? One is for work, and the other one is personal. I don't know why that happened, but maybe it's confusing the system. And every time I have to use the authenticator app. I don't know why that happened. I don't know why that could happen. But maybe it's confusing. It's confusing the system. He is confusing our teamwork. He is the one who is confusing our teamwork. You are the one who is confusing our teamwork, our workflow, our business. And every time I have to use the authenticator app. Because I set up the two-factor like a password, two-factor authentication, yes. Two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication. two-factor authentication. Two-factor. Anyway, today was my first day back. Today was the first day back. 何これ? Recently, my electronic equipments, they don't work very well. Today was my first day back. I don't think 復学ってバックってもないでしょ。Actually, I went back to university. Actually, I went back to university. I went back to my old university. Because I dropped out before. I dropped out of university halfway through, but I re-enrolled to finish my degree. Today was my first day back at university. Today was the first day back at university. This was my first day back at university. There's something wrong with the system. There is something wrong with my Microsoft account. Okay. My first day back at university. My first day back at university. My first day at university, if you want to say the first day at university. This is the first day. This is my first day at university. My first day after re-enrolling. Usually you cannot associate your account with only one Usually one email address is associated with only one account. One email address is associated with only one account, but for some reason I have two accounts. I have two accounts associated with the same email address. One email address is associated with only one account, but for some reason I have two accounts associated with the same email address. One is for work and the other is personal. One is for work, the other one is personal. The other one is personal. One is for work, the other one is personal. The other is personal. I don't know why that happened, but maybe it's confusing the system. And every time I have to use the authenticator app. I don't know why that happened. I don't know how that happened, but maybe it's confusing the system. He's disrupting our teamwork. You're the one who is disrupting our teamwork. He's the one who is disrupting. it is confusing. Maybe it may be confusing the system. He is the one. He is disrupting our teamwork. He is disrupting it disrupts our workflow, and every time I log in, it may confuse this system. And every time I log in, I have to use the authenticator app because I set up two-factor authentication app. Two-factor authentication. My first day back at university. Today was my first day back. Today was my first day back at university. Today was my first day back at my university. At the university. Recently, my electronic devices haven't been working very well. My electronic devices haven't been electronic equipment haven't been. My electronic devices haven't been working very well. Today was my first day back at university. I went back to university. I attended my first class. I attended my first class. Tomorrow is the second day back at university. Today is the second day back at university. I went back because I had dropped out before. I went back to university because I had dropped out before. I dropped out of university halfway through, but I re-enrolled. Okay. So today was macroeconomics. My first class was microeconomics, and today's class was just introduction. So my first class was macroeconomics. And today's class was just introduction, so the professor explained a history about Waseda University and the connection between Waseda University and macroeconomics. So actually my major is business, and so business was established by business course was my university's business course was established by Tameyuki Amano. He is the professor said he was the pioneer of Keynes economics. Like, he suggested that saving doesn't always resolve economics problems. So sometimes we have to spend money to revolve economics. So that he had that opinion before Keynes, he said. But the Keynes is the most famous person to expand to spread that thought to the world. He said the founder of the business course of my university, Tamiyuki Amano, was the pioneer of that opinion. So yeah, and the reason why the name of the university, so Waseda means so the region in the university exists, it is called Waseda. Waseda means how can I say? Ine o ueru. Fast. Not cultivate. Anyway, so do put rice plant faster because of the typhoon or like natural disasters happens in summer. So before they cannot cultivate rice for those disasters, they put rice plants faster than usual. So that's why we call wa means fast. The kanji wa, yeah. So my first class was macroeconomics. My first class was macroeconomics. Today's class was just an introduction, so the professor explained the history of Seito University and its connection to macroeconomics. Explain the history of Waseda University and its connection to macroeconomics. Actually, my major is business, and the business program was established a long time ago. My university's business program was established by Tamiyuki Amano. The professor said he was a pioneer of Keynesian economics. Keynesian economics. The professor said that he was a pioneer of Keynesian economics. He argued that saving does not always solve economic problems. Argued that saving does not always solve economic programs. He said sometimes we need to spend money to stimulate the economy. Right? Stimulate the economy in a good way, in a positive way. The professor said that Amano had that idea before Keynes did. Keynes, the most famous person who spread that idea to the world. He said that Miyuki Amano, the founder of my university's business program, was a pioneer of that idea. He also explained the meaning of the university's name, Waseda, which comes from the name of the area where the university is located. He also explained the meaning of the university's name, Waseda, which comes from the name of the area where the university is located. He also explained the meaning of the university's name that comes from the name of the area where the university is located. So Waseda literally refers to rice being planted early. Waseda literally refers to rice being planted early. Planting rice early, not cultivating first. People planted rice earlier than usual because typhoon and other natural disasters often happened in summer. So to avoid the damage of those disasters, so that's why the character wa means early kanji. That is the meaning of the kanji wa. Thanks so much.